Shalom, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Ubal, and Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. I am the brother Kalab from the GMS UK London Forecast Camp, coming back at you with another lesson to help edify those who which I spoke of. So, this is some breaking news. It says that the US Trade Court blocks Donald Trump's tariffs, saying President exceeded any authority. This is from the BBC News and it's published shortly ago. It says a US federal court blocks President Donald Trump in Trump's sweeping tariffs in a major blow to his economic policies. 3 judges rule that Trump overstepped his authority when he used an emergency law to impose tariffs on nearly every country. Business and trade experts are scrambling to understand what this latest twist means. The case was launched by a group of US businesses and states and leaves the White House with 10 days to formally reverse the levies. But moments after the ruling, the Trump administration appealed, saying it is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. The United States is currently negotiating individual trade deals with dozens of countries. Those talks have now been thrown into chaos. Yeah, so that's that on that. Yeah, it says U.S. Trade Court blocks Donald Trump from imposing sweeping tariffs, saying he exceeded his authority. The White House is vowing to appeal the ruling, and it is currently unclear how the verdict will affect the recently signed UK-US trade deal. A trade court in the United States has blocked Donald Trump from imposing sweeping global tariffs on imports. A 3-judge panel concluded that the United States president had exceeded his authority when he unveiled additional taxes on foreign-made goods. The tariffs must typically be approved by Congress, but Trump has argued he had the power to act because it was a national emergency. The controversial measures unveiled on Liberation Day in April, which included a 10% tariff on UK imports, has caused aggressive sell-offs in the stock market. Minutes after the Court of International Trade delivered its verdict, the Trump administration filed a notice of appeal, meaning that the battle could escalate to the Supreme Court. Several lawsuits have been filed against the president's tariffs, and this ruling relates to a case brought on behalf of 5 small businesses that import goods from other countries. The companies, which sold everything from wine to musical instruments, had argued that they were struggling to survive because of these additional costs. The ruling came shortly after Elon Musk confirmed he was leaving his role in the Trump administration. Trump's Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller, criticized the court on social media, writing, "The judicial coup is out of control." And in a fiery statement, the White House added, "It is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency." Spokesperson Kush Desai went on to say that the trade deficits, where the US imports more from a country than it exports, have decimated American communities and left our workers behind. But Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield welcomed the ruling and described Trump's tariffs as unlawful, reckless, and economically devastating. And Ron Wycling, the top Democrat on the Senate Finance Committee, said the president's actions had jacked up prices on groceries and cars and threatened shortages of essential goods and wrecked supply chains for American businesses, large and small. Before the court's intervention, flat tariffs of 10% worldwide were in force, with higher rates for specific countries due to be implemented on the 9th of July. Just a little bit more. Economists had expressed fears that the tariffs could exacerbate inflation and even cause a recession. The United States dollar strengthened as investors digested the news, with stock market figures also rallying higher. We're just trying to work out what it might mean, basically, but obviously the market is doing a knee-jerk reaction, so I guess it's reversing a lot of the moves that we've seen. National Australia Bank's head of FX strategy, Ray Attrell, said one of the 3 judges who heard the case was appointed by the Trump administration, while the other 2 were named by Ronald Reagan and Barack Obama during their terms in Oval Office. Earlier this month, the UK and US agreed a trade deal that would lower tariffs on British cards sold in the United States from 27.5% to 10% and eliminate duties on UK steel and aluminium altogether. The court was also not asked to address some industry-specific tariffs Mr. Trump has issued, such as those on cars, steel, and aluminium, which would use a different statute. So I want to get a couple precepts on this point, bear me. Because although they've blocked Donald Trump's tariffs, it's not going to prevent what the Lord would said would happen to America about the famine. Let me get that. Bear me a second. Second Esdras 15, verse 5, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in the which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Right, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, and what is America spiritually known as Sodom in Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Here we go. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and that blasting in the hell and fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbour, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So this great tribulation, this lack of bread and great tribulation, is what the Most High has predestined for America. So it doesn't matter whether these tariffs are cancelled or not. Ultimately, the end game is going to be the exact same with the Bashim Shai, where it concerns the fate of Babylon the Great, which is America. So it's still going down. Even though they're trying to cancel the tariffs and go back to so-called normal, it ain't going back to normal, man. The Most High has already said what he's going to do to America, that it's going to be smitten with the plagues as Egypt was smitten with the plagues, and nobody's going to be able to turn those back, because it's all sanctioned by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. So that, once again, I want to give all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great millstone of all well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.